So I kind of want to do one of those Fraser Island videos. I'm just realising I'm going downstream. Have a look around. It's like the currents here are pretty full on, and I might need to adjust my trajectory very soon. But we'll just keep the camera rolling. I'll wedge the camera mount in the base of the boat, and if there's any good, great. If it's not, well, this is what you get anyway. Oh, I just had a pop. It's not good on an inflatable boat. Anywho, all right, I wanted to do one of these videos because this is day 9 and we planned for our 10-day trip to Fraser Island, and I want to do it like a bit of a review, and we'll start it like this, of our experience on the island, because it's been awesome. And this is the second time I've been here. I was here 4 years ago. We camped on the eastern side, which was like, it was a very, very different experience. So when you're on the eastern side, you get all the weather and wind and waves and rain and everything just coming in at you. And it basically, like, well, the 6 days we were here last time, we camped in the sand dunes in our caravan. We had enough power for, like, you know, lights and things, but not for air conditioning or anything like that. And it was a slug. Like, our family did well. We were with some great people. We can go back and look at that 4 years ago if you want to. But we decided when we were going to pick to go to Fraser Island this year, we're going to do it like the resort style. West Coast, calm waters, much more temperate, a little bit more luxury. And it's a different paradigm, and I just want to tell you what we've experienced on this side of the island. So, how long to spend here? We chose 10 days, which I reckon was perfect. There's a whole bunch of other people that were here for more like 7 days or a week sort of thing. And that's fine and all, but I found that to wind down, I needed to go and do everything. So we went out and did, you know, looked at the Mahino shipwreck, we did the Champagne Falls, we did Nungala Rocks, we did Sandy Cape. Basically, every day that we went out and did something and had like an action day, then we had a slow day back at the resort where the kids could chill out by the pool. We did some washing because we've been on the road for a little bit before this, and we're going to be on the road for a bit after as well. Comes another very nice yacht. And that sort of day on, day off worked really well for our family and group. But it didn't come till day 9 now that I ran out of things to do, and I got to just sit there by the pool and do nothing. And that's like when you like zone out, start to manifest things you want to do for the rest of the year. I'm just like drifting past our neighbours here on like a very nice catamaran, and Dolphin, pretty cool name. Anyway, if they wave, I'll wave back. And so I reckon 10 days is the perfect amount, because you lose the first day, you lose the last day because you're going in and off the barge. Just throw some quick little tips in on the way. Barge, don't need to drop tyre pressures. You do need to turn the car off. You can't drink on the barge, otherwise you'll get in trouble. It was like $300 or something like that. It wasn't cheap to get a 2-way pass. Take your tow tongue out when you go on the barge because it's quite a slant. Other tips I can just fire off rapid fire. That's all the barge stuff, I suppose. Then when you get on the island, tap water is actually really good. We were anxious, like we packed our car to the hilt. We basically, instead of having like suitcases, like hard shell suitcases, everyone got a bag for Christmas, so big. There's 4 of us in our family, and they were allowed to bring anything they want as long as it fitted in the bag. That was the deal, which essentially was clothes because we had everything else we needed here. But like I you know, typical bloke, and I bet hopefully there's some blokes, families, wives watching this and know that their bloke has to stay interested. So yes, I brought fishing gear, a tackle box, I bought 3 fishing rods, a very light duty, medium and a pretty heavy one, and I reckon that was a perfect choice because when you're fishing out here, because blokes need things to do, I'm talking in a blokey subjective way now, there's big fish out here, so you need the heavy stuff. They seem to only go for liveys. I threw, you know, every lure I could find at it, and lures didn't tend to really work. Bait that you buy for a rude amount of money, I'll talk about dollars in a minute, kind of worked. Like I caught some stingrays and bites on other things. But really, if you're going to catch fish, not that I'm a fisherman by any means, I just have got the fishing shirt on, live is the way to go. So, my advice, get like a small hook rig, go at the end of the jetty or somewhere else and catch yourself a heap of liveys. We were trying to use bait and all other sorts of things. I was out there with a 7-year-old who has just kept like knocking up little liveys this morning. And I said to him, "What bait are you using, mate?" He goes, "Oh, I'm not using bait. Like, we've been here 9 days trying every bait there is. They don't eat anything." And I said, "Well, how are you catching fish?" And he goes, "It's called a herring rig, which is like a chain of hooks. And the little fish must just see the glimmer and just go and chomp on them." So I took the bait off of my rig that I had. What do you know? I caught a fish, little livey straight away. I'd had enough for the day, handed it to Steve. He sat out there for another hour and caught this stingray on it. So liveys are the way to go. Buying bait here is expensive. They've got it all. Buying fuel here is expensive. They've got it all. At Kingfisher, you can only really get 91 octane. We went up to Orchard Beach, I hope I'm saying that right, and they had 95, but it was like $3.30 a litre. So let's pause for a moment as I think about this next bit about fuel and reset the camera. So yeah, you can get fuel on the island, no problem at all. Diesel, sure. I like to go for the Ron 98 stuff. There's none of that. So I did an octane booster in. I've used about 250 litres over the last 10 days, and admittedly that's been a fair few Ks, a fair few trips like to the tip and back, Nagala Rocks, all that sort of thing. Go check out that video, make sure you see the comments, oh my god. So like with the long range tank, I can store 260 litres. I reckon I could have got away without buying fuel on the island if I tried, but I put 60 litres in just to make me feel comfortable and chuck some octane booster in. For the record, my car's a Y62 Patrol. It's running 35s, it's probably 4 tonne plus and supercharged. So yeah, she drinks, and you don't buy one of these cars for fuel economy. Here comes another boat. I hope I don't bump into this one. Anyway, resort features, they set it up so basically you're going to eat at one of their restaurants every day, which is, I wouldn't say overly bad priced, but you know, you're going to expect to pay $30 for breakfast every day. Lunches you can buy by the pool for, you know, a hamburger for $26, something like that. And meals, you've got the dune bar, you've got the sand and stone bar, and you can get okay food. It's not gourmet, it's not amazing, but it's all right. I must admit, we brought some food with us, and so we've probably had 50% of our meals at the restaurant, and the other 50% we've cooked ourselves, and that's not been too bad. But if you had to do every meal here, it'd get really expensive really quick, and I reckon you'd feel crap because most of the food is brown. You can buy fruit and veg at the local servo, like here at Kingfisher, when available. So it's not available all the time. You can buy booze at the servo from 10 o'clock onwards. Again, it's not cheap. A 6-pack of CC and sodas cost me $56, which I think is probably double. Yeah, All right, things to do. Kids, they've just hung out at the pool the whole time. They've loved it when we're here. There is, if you've got younger kids, so mine are 12 and 14, they've just been happy with the pool. If you've got younger than that, there are activities for the kids to do. There are walks you can do. Of course, you can be mindful of the dingoes. Dingoes haven't been that bad for us, to be honest. We've only seen, I don't know, a handful, and they've been on the beaches, one on the tracks. They haven't been an issue. We've been in the car. But even still, like last time when we were on the other side, you just basically, as bad as it sounds, show dominance and they kind of leave you alone. But there's some sneaky ones. Like we saw some where the mum was like entertaining us while like the cub was going around the back to like clip the heels of whatever, you know, small child were left behind. So yeah, you've got to be mindful about that, but I wouldn't let that put you off your journey. All right, highlights. You want to hit the sunset bar at sunset. That's cool. Sandbar, we did a meal at just to tick the box. Spent most of our time at the sand and stone bar. Boats, you can bring boats, absolutely. There's a boat ramp here at the end of the jetty, same way the barge comes on and off. And you can happily leave your boat anchored like in the bay here, and it's pretty much left untouched. Tides are pretty full on. Like even at the moment, since starting this recording 11 minutes 40 ago, I've probably floated 500 metres. And I'm right on the top of high tide. So when it is flowing hard, it goes between 1 point something and up to 4 metres. So you do flow in and out. Me and my little electric motor have to be very mindful because if I go too far, I won't be able to get back. All right, other things to tell you. Tyre pressures. I dropped to 25 when I hit the island, and that wasn't really low enough because we went to Eurong quite a bit as our avenue to get onto the other side of the island. And first day slushy as, and I needed to put it in low range to actually like make it feel comfortable. Ended up dropping it to 15, and I've left them on 15 the whole 10 days, and that's been perfect. It takes all the bumps out. It is a good 45 minutes to Eurong, and then if you want to go north, it's like, yeah, watch out for washouts. People, like, they're dangerous. People are, especially at the end of the day, people are flying along at like 80 k's an hour. It's a bit fast. If you're going to do it, make sure you stay down low. If you go up high, you're going to hit the washouts. You're not even going to see them coming. They just like jump out at you. What else can I tell you? Rangers are awesome. We've bumped into a few of them, asked them which tracks are open, which tracks have got trees falling, that sort of stuff. Talk to the rangers. Like if you came here and you were only able to stay at the resort, I think I'd be a bit upset, to be honest. Personally, I need to get out a bit more. So I'd be reluctant to get one of these buses over where you're just landlocked. Like you need a car and a boat. This little inflatable packs up to nothing, goes on the roof rack, and it means I can get out here and just escape a little bit. Because like if you hang around the pool, there's only so many, like, I'm not even going to go there. There's a lot of girls wearing not much. I think they're tourists. Yeah, I'm not going to go there. I've got a daughter. All right, let's finish this up. Everyone I've met, bumped into and had a chat to on the island has been like very easy to talk to. Everyone's got a story. This guy, he's got a boat the same as the one I'm doing up back in Adelaide, and it's already all done up with a 140 horsepower motor. He's like, yeah, come for a ride, no worries. And we went cruising down here. At this point, Dave wants to buy a petrol. That was amazing. And then went and had a chat to him and his missus at the sunset bar. Like, I think you've got to be prepared to be social when you come here, because even on the jetty in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, everyone's talking. All the fishermen are like, oh, how you going? Did you see that? The fish. Oh, here's the hot tip. If you don't have a boat, and that's all cool, go to the jetty. If it's clear water in the morning, you're going to see everything. Staying close. Like, you'd be tempted to go right out to the end of the jetty, but the action happens, I reckon, 20 metres off the beach. They don't take jigs, all that sort of stuff. You need bait or liveys. But man, it's like an aquarium, the amount of species you identify. We even travelled north a little bit in this little boat. Yeah, 50 metres out, catch nothing. Cast from the beach or like anchor the boat 20 metres out, that's when the action happens. So that's just my tip, and I'm far from a fisherman. Right, I think that's my tips. Our journey continues now. We've got another 2 weeks till we have to be at work, so see what videos I can put up between now and then. But yeah, that's my Kingfisher Bay hop tips for Fraser Island. See you next time on YouTube. Yeah. He's towing me.